Welcome back to Lazy History Club, the only place where history is weirder than fiction, and everyone needs a nap after learning what really happened. Today's story, just a trial, of a dead man, who also used to be the Pope. No, that wasn't a metaphor. They literally dug him up and yelled at his corpse. Let's unearth the tale of Pope Formosus, Pope Stephen VI, and the time medieval justice went full Halloween. Pope Formosus, a decent guy by 9th century standards. He liked church stuff, didn't start too many wars, and managed to become pope in the very chaotic times of the late 800s. But medieval politics were like a spicy meatball, messy, aggressive, and occasionally fatal. When Formosus died in 896, you'd think that would be the end of it. But no, his successor, Pope Stephen VI, had beef, possibly literal beef, but definitely political beef. And the best way to settle old grudges? Dig up the body and put it on trial. Like any sane person would do, obviously. So, picture this. Rome, 897 AD, a courtroom filled with nobles, bishops, and a distinct smell of mummified regrets. Pope Formosus's corpse, now 9 months into its post-papal slumber, is dressed in full papal robes, seated on a throne, and propped upright. He looks, dead, because he is. And next to him is Pope Stephen VI at 6, foaming at the mouth and yelling accusations like, "You were unworthy! You committed perjury! You accepted the papacy illegally!" Formosus, shockingly, says nothing. So a deacon is assigned to speak on his behalf, like a very unlucky puppet master. Imagine trying to defend your boss's rotting corpse in court while his jaw keeps falling off. The court listens to the arguments, mostly nodding and trying not to gag. Eventually, Pope Stephen points dramatically and declares, "Guilty!" Cue thunderclap. Probably. What followed was excessive. They stripped Formosus of his papal robes. They chopped off the 3 fingers he used for blessings. They declared his papacy null and void, meaning everything he ever did as pope, from ordinations to blessings to Tuesday lunch meetings, was cancelled. Then came the final insult. They threw his corpse into the Tiber River. Because why not desecrate the body after defaming it? Now here's where karma taps in. The public? Not impressed. Romans were like, hey, maybe don't scream at a corpse in church. Riots erupted. Pope Stephen VI was arrested, thrown in jail, and strangled shortly after. Probably by someone who was very tired of corpse court drama. As for Formosus, someone fished his body out of the river and gave it a proper burial. Again. Because one funeral just wasn't enough. This whole disaster is now called the Cadaver Synod. Synodus horrenda in Latin, which literally means the horrible synod. Even the name sounds traumatized. Future popes were like, let's never do that again. And yet, historians have debated Formosus and Stephen's beef for centuries. Was it politics, revenge, just extreme papal pettiness? Yes, probably yes. The Cadaver Synod remains one of the strangest moments in church history, the moment when papal drama truly went 6 feet deep. And there you have it. The time a pope put a dead pope on trial, yelled at his corpse, chopped off his fingers, and then got himself strangled in return. If that's not medieval drama at its finest, I don't know what is. So, next time you think your workplace is toxic, just remember, at least nobody's putting your skeleton on trial. Until next time, stay lazy, stay curious, and maybe keep the windows bolted just in case. The end.